Hi, my name is Brian Lai, and I'm the chair of the Department of Political Science at the University of Iowa. Today, some colleagues and I are going to talk to you about the political science and international relations majors in the Department of Political Science at the University of Iowa. In the political science department, we have two different majors. One is called the political science major. This is a very general major that looks at politics in multiple ways. One way that we look at this is in American politics. In American politics, we often study things like different branches of government. That is, we try to understand the presidency, the Congress, and the courts. Or sometimes we may study things like American public policy. How is policy in the U.S. formed? How does it How does it address issues in the United States? Another area that this major looks at is politics within countries, and it compares those politics within those countries. So, for example, it may look at how democracies versus non-democracies operate. It may look within democracies how different types of democratic institutions operate and produce different outcomes. It may also look at how attitudes about particular issues vary across countries. A final issue this major looks at is what's called international politics. This looks at politics across countries. So, for example, this part of the major may look at things like why do countries have disputes with each other? When do these disputes engage in military conflicts? Or it may look at things like what explains when states trade or engage in different kinds of economic policies with each other. The second major is called the International Relations major, and it is focused primarily on the study of international politics. So in this major, we look at things like understanding the foreign policy of states. We try to understand why states may engage in international conflict with each other. We also look at economic relationships. That is, we try to understand how states engage in economic policy with each other, how things like trade or foreign direct investment vary from countries. We also look at politics of countries themselves. So again, similar to the political science major, in this part we may look at things like what explains variation in the behavior of non-democratic versus democratic governments on things like the promotion of human rights or economic policies. And finally, this major looks at transnational issues that affect multiple countries, things like climate change or pandemics, or other things that span multiple countries.
Hello, my name is Martha Kirby, and I am the Academic Advisor for the Department of Political Science at the University of Iowa. I work with our undergraduate students throughout their time at Iowa to help them shape a program of study to meet their academic, personal, and professional goals. Undergraduate degrees at the University of Iowa are quite flexible. Degree components are the general education program, major, and elective credit. Our general education program is designed to develop diverse ways of approaching the world issues. Students have various categories that they must fulfill, including values and culture, diversity and inclusion, world languages, natural sciences, social sciences, and historical perspectives. There are a number of courses to choose from within each category, providing students a great deal of choice in how they are to complete the general education program. As an example, in historical perspectives, a student might choose a course from philosophy or anthropology, or yes, even history. The Department of Political Science offers two majors, the International Relations major and the Political Science major. In the Political Science major, students have 12 required courses, only one of which is a specific course, and the other 11 students choose from a menu of courses. You may choose to focus on one particular area within political science, such as international relations, comparative politics, or political communication, or you may choose courses from throughout the subdisciplines in completing your major requirements. International relations is structured just a bit differently. About half of the credits required for international relations, that's 37 semester hours or 13 courses, about half of those are required courses. Courses in research methodology, our intro to international relations course, international conflict, and politics of international economics are required courses for the major. Then students choose an emphasis area: international business and economic relations, transnational issues, conflict and foreign policy, and regional politics and relationships. And within those, students choose 6 courses from a menu as well. So a great deal of flexibility in that major as well. Electives constitute about a third of any student's degree program, sometimes up to 50%. Students might use electives to have a second major, a minor, or certificate program, or simply to create a unique set of courses that build the skills, knowledge, and experience in order to meet their personal, academic, and professional goals. For instance, our students interested in going into business might pair their major with an international business certificate, while a student interested in journalism might choose to major in journalism as well as political science or international relations. Students interested in policy will often look towards the Department of Economics for a major or a minor, while those interested in working in international human rights might choose the certificate in human rights to complement their political science or international relations major. Our department offers 2 very popular certificates, social science analytics and political risk analysis. Of course, completing the coursework for the major required is just one part of your total University of Iowa education, and our students are actively engaged in a variety of activities to build their professional profile while a student at Iowa. Students will engage in internships, part-time jobs, student organizations, and volunteer opportunities with community nonprofit organizations in order to build the skills necessary to carry them into the professional world. There are a lot of choices, and some of the examples, students might volunteer at a local nonprofit that works directly with the U.S. Department of State International Visitors Leadership Program, and students will work directly with international visitors from other countries as part of their work with that program. Our students go on to careers in all sectors of the economy: politics, government administration, diplomacy, humanitarian work, business, education, law, public health, security. The list is endless. In learning how the world operates through your study in the Department of Political Science, you will prepare yourself for life and you will prepare yourself for meaningful work. We look forward to welcoming you to the University of Iowa, and in the meantime, please let us know if you have any questions at all. You can contact the department or me directly, and we'll be happy to help you with any questions. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Ron McMullen. I'm on the faculty at the Political Science Department here at the University of Iowa, and I'm a big proponent of active learning. And quite a few classes at the in our department use active learning to supplement what students have read and heard in introductory undergraduate classes to build on that foundation of principles and theory and skills such as quantitative methods, analysis, writing that you learn and really practice as an undergraduate. By the time you're an upper level undergraduate, a junior or senior or a graduate student, learning by doing is one of the best ways to engage in the materials of our discipline. And so as a former U.S. diplomat, a former U.S. ambassador overseas, I try to bridge the gap between political science theory and the real world. And it's really fun. Students are really enthusiastic about some of the things that we do here. For example, our department has a class called the Hawkeye Poll, which allows both graduates and graduate students and undergraduates to engage in public opinion sampling. Iowa, as you know, is the first state in the nation to have a caucus to help select our presidential candidates. And so the Hawkeye Poll allows students to get hands-on experience doing a real poll that has real impact on American politics. Students learn about survey design, sampling questions, analysis, writing press releases. Undergraduates work in teams, often led by an experienced faculty member, sometimes involving graduate students as well. It's a wonderful opportunity if you're interested in public opinion sampling and getting involved in real-world politics here at the University of Iowa. Another opportunity at the Political Science Department is something called Diplomacy Lab. The department has one of the few connections with the State Department for Diplomacy Lab, and this entails diplomats at diplomatic posts around the world submitting research questions that are worked on by students from our department on issues like climate change and conflict and other transnational issues that have global relevance. It's not only just for the U.S. State Department, but some of these issues are really fascinating, and students get to work in teams under the supervision of an experienced faculty member to do research that has been suggested as being important and would be helpful to have the answers to by diplomats in the field. Another really fun and popular class is called Games of Politics, where a really creative faculty member will have students read some of the foundational readings in political science, like Thucydides' The Melian Dialogue, and then do a simulation or game on the state of nature or alliance building or how distributions of power affect international relations. And that's a really interesting class, again, where students engage in active learning. As a former American diplomat, I served mostly in Asia and in Africa. I like also to use the Council on Foreign Relations simulations that provide opportunities for crisis negotiation. And so in one of my classes that I teach a class on the politics of Southeast Asia, my class starting tomorrow is doing a simulation on the South China Sea. In my Middle East class, we've done Council on Foreign Relations simulations on unrest in Bahrain, U.S. interrogation policy. In my South Asia class, we do a simulation on drone policy and counterterrorism. And students really enjoy this. And I really find that international students add a whole lot to this because they bring a completely different perspective and sometimes worldview to the class. And it's immensely helpful for them to be sort of in the shoes, to play the role of the U.S. President or U.S. Secretary of State or something. And it's also equally important for their American classmates to benefit from this global or international perspective that international students bring to the active learning environment. So, I would encourage you to think about the University of Iowa for not only for the solid educational foundations that you'll get here, but also the active learning opportunities that will make you a more successful professional in whatever field you decide to pursue here, whether it be, politics or academia or the policy world, diplomacy, other forms of statecraft. So active learning, really a vital element for professional success and something that we have worked on hard and offer lots of opportunities here at the Political Science Department. So I look forward to seeing you on campus or maybe even in a class in the future. Bye.
Another unique feature of our major is alumni engagement with our students in the department. We have a variety of active alumni who support our students and support the department in a number of ways. First, we have an active advisory board. This is a group of alumni who work together to support the department by coming with ideas and initiatives to help our students and who directly engage our students and provide them with support. One of the most popular events that they do is an annual networking event where they will meet one-on-one with students and provide career advice on a number of levels, including discussions of how to network, how to find careers, suggestions on resumes, and a variety of other topics. A number of students have been able to find jobs through the connections they've made at this annual networking event. We hold career workshops several times each semester. These career workshops focus on different career paths for our students. For example, some of these career workshops have focused on political and social communication. They focused on becoming city managers. They focused on jobs in international relations. They focused on jobs in a variety of areas that we have alumni in. The alumni provide useful advice on how to pursue these careers, how they got to these careers from after they left Iowa, and they provide information to students afterwards. So if students want to follow up about these particular career areas, alumni are more than happy to talk to them. Alumni also provide mentorship. That is, we've had a lot of experiences with alumni who are willing to work with students and become their mentors. And usually this involves talking with them a few times a semester about their career goals and how to achieve those career goals. Alumni also provide unique opportunities for our students. This usually involves the alumni sending us internship and job postings from their organization. Many times these are paid positions that are only sent to the department. This provides students with unique opportunities to get job experience before they go on the job market. And finally, alumni are willing to provide useful advice to students. That is, if a student has a question about a particular career area, we are able to put that student in touch with an alum who can help them answer those questions. Alumni are a unique facet of our department, particularly relative to other universities. Our alumni are engaged in a much higher degree than I've seen in other institutions, and they all are committed to helping fellow University of Iowa students succeed. My colleagues and I have talked to you a lot about the Political Science International Relations major. We've highlighted department support for our students, a variety of unique opportunities inside and outside the classroom, our focus on career readiness for our students, and a high degree of alumni engagement. We hope you'll join us and apply to the University of Iowa and come to the university as a Political Science International Relations major. If you want to find out more information, contact information is available on the slide. You can also just search University of Iowa Political Science and you can find us. You can also reach us through email or social media contacts. We hope to see you join us in the future.